right, Two Cows Gaming fans, we are back with another episode of the Raiders Rebuild. We have arrived at week 16. We are 4-10. We have no shot at the playoffs whatsoever. At this point, we are just trying to improve the team, either through the draft or by having some good games so that our players earn some valuable experience points. We're going to try and steal one from KC, but it's going to be tough because it's going to be a road game. But we're going to give it a shot anyways. We're going to wrap up the season today and go into the draft. I've got my list of players that we're going to be looking at. And, yeah, we're going to just see what develops here. This could be my last 3 weeks as the head coach of the Raiders. But we'll find out. So let's see if we can steal one from the Chiefs. We did not. As predicted, we lost. But the good news is we're going against the Las Vegas Raiders. The Chiefs beat us 36-21. Let's go take a look at the box score and see how bad it was statistically. My guess is not great. 288 yards of total offense, 37 on the ground, 250 through the air. No turnovers, so that's a good thing, but we did have a takeaway. Let's take a look at the player stats. Let's see how our team did. Donlin had a decent game, 119.1, 251 in yardage, 3 touchdowns, no picks. He did get sacked 3 times, but he had a 61% completion percentage. Not too bad, not too bad. So it looks like my swap at offensive coordinator is making a difference. Wide receivers. Not good. Or no, I'm sorry. This is a rushing game. My bad. This is the rushing game. Tyrion Davis-Price, not good. 7 for 21. Laube, 2 for 11. Donlin had 2 for 5. Receiving. Bowers had a touchdown and 77 yards. Tucker had a touchdown and 67 yards. Robinson had 54 yards. Jacoby Myers had 41, no touchdowns. And then Laube had 2 receptions for 4 yards and a touchdown. So that's the way that broke down. Now let's take a look at the defense. Let's see what the defense did. Solo tackles, Bernie and Bennett led the team. Total tackles, Bernie, Bennett, Joseph, Jones, Van Ness had 7 tackles. Let's see who had sacks. It looks like our rookie defensive tackle, he had a sack. So he's still kind of tearing it up in there, and that makes me very happy. Who had the turnover? Morig with the interception for 15 yards. So not a bad showing, but we still lost, which is kind of disappointing. But it is the Chiefs. The Chiefs are now 12-3. We are 4-11. Let's go make sure nobody got hurt. I don't see any messages, so we might get lucky here. Yeah, nobody's hurt. I think we're going to go ahead and go to the staff and choose our game day goals. They're the same. I wish you could just lock those in for the whole season so you don't have to keep going back in here and changing things. Realistically, we want to try and win the turnover battle. The chances of having 400 yards of offense doesn't look promising. And that's all we're going to do. Let's upgrade some players. Maybe we can get a little bit of an edge going into this game. And let's see who's getting upgraded. Morig, the only person getting an upgrade. So we'll continue to develop him for the scheme. That always helps. The more players you have that fit your scheme, the better they play together. They get a kind of like a bonus for all being part of your scheme. And now we're going against the Commanders on the road. We're both 4-11. Maybe we can steal this one. We did not. 4-12. And we got blown out. Not good. 24-6. All right, let's take a look at the box score and see how terrible it actually was. 244 yards of offense, 74 on the ground, 170 through the air. We had 2 turnovers. Turnovers kill us every time. No takeaways. Let's go to the stats and see how things are developing here. Donlin, big step back, 42.5 quarterback rating, 170 yards, 2 picks, 3 sacks. Not good. Davis Price, 9 carries for 31 yards. Lauby had 6 for 27. And, of course, Donlin was running for his life. He's got 5 for 16. Receiving. Trey Tucker led all receivers with 5 for 50. Wandale Robinson, number 2. Bowers, number 3. And then way down at the bottom, we have Jacoby Myers, 1 for 12. Not looking good. It's not really making a good case for me to keep Jacoby Myers either. So we're going to actually look at some wide receivers, I think, pretty seriously in the draft. And we're going to have plenty of money in the offseason as far as cap room. So we might make a push to get a couple of free agents to kind of round out this team. They made amazing progress the last few weeks. Another 3,000 XP for the wide receiver. And now we got another message here. What is this? Yeah, well, whatever. They lost trust in me. No. What's this message? Oh, okay, yeah. So we're going against the Broncos. They're 8-8. The good news is it's a home game. And it doesn't look like we have any injuries, so we're just going to roll with this. 4-12. This is the last game of the season. We find out what Coach Bovine's fate is. And we'll go from there. We may not be able to re-sign some players after this because they don't want to play here anymore. Oh boy, we got a lot of story messages. We've got some injuries. Who got hurt? Bernie and Jones. Oh, ouch. 18 weeks with a fractured elbow. That is not good. And 9 weeks with a fractured shoulder blade? Holy cow. I'll be lucky to have them back in time for the start of the season. Wow. That's not good. But we did get some points for our staff. Let's upgrade our staff. I think, ooh boy. Who do we want to upgrade? I think I'm going to continue to upgrade me, just to try and improve the outcomes. I don't know. Staff modifications. I really don't care about refunds. I don't. Okay, so we got, there we go. Increase in XP for quarterbacks. That's a good one to have. And that's all that we really have points for. Let's see if we can do anything with player personnel. No, we don't have enough points for any of the player personnel or defensive coordinator stuff. So we are going to wait. Yeah, we're going to just keep our staff. I don't see a reason in firing them. The offensive coordinator has improved the offense, so we're going to keep him. Let's see what these storyline messages are. We're going to just go from top to bottom and hope for the best. Whatever. How bad was it, though? I want to take a look at that because statistically, I don't know that they were that bad. He had a rough season, but he's also a rookie. 16 touchdowns versus 18 interceptions, 3,000 yards. You know, considering I didn't let him sit for a year and learn the offense, I'm not going to complain too much about that. All combined, we had a little over 1,000 yards of offense. rushing offense. Receiving, Tucker was the leader, followed by Bowers, then Myers. Myers completely failed by any metric. We challenged him at the beginning of the season to get eight touchdowns. He got 2. It cost him his starting position for Wan'Dale Robinson. Robinson did okay. He only had 2 touchdowns, but it all fell on our slot wide receiver, Trey Tucker, who really impressed, in my opinion. I wish he would have gotten a couple more touchdowns, but nobody broke 1,000 yards. Blocking, how many sacks did we give up this year? A lot. So right tackle and left tackle combined gave up 31 sacks. Left guard gave up 6, center gave up 3, and right guard, our rookie, gave up 3. So our rookie outperformed all of those other players. So as far as I'm concerned, we hit on that pick. Defensively, okay, let's take a look at tackles for loss just real quick. So Christian Wilkins had 14, Waddle had 13, but between the two of them, they had 20 and a half sacks. As far as I'm concerned, they didn't fail. And this game is kind of slanted for tackles for loss anyways. So, yeah, Madden can shove it. Wilkins was the leader, de facto sack master on the team this year, followed by Max Crosby, followed by Thurman Waddle, followed by Wilson, Joseph, and Van Ness. Van Ness kind of fell off a little bit, but I'm not going to get bent over it. Interceptions, Morig led the team, followed by Bernie. Hobbs had 1, as did Joseph. Khalil Joseph is our rookie middle linebacker. I'm happy with that. So overall, not spectacular. But we've got food for thought going into the off season now. We've identified a couple of additional needs, and we'll address those in the draft. Whatever. They could be quiet. The slump. Who's slumping? Yeah, you did let the team down. Yeah, well, you don't have to worry about it. The season's over. And he's not going to be a receiver on this team anymore anyway. What? You high? We lost 3 in a row. That's not momentum. All right. It's such a mixed bag with these storylines. Brock Bowers, awesome. We'll continue to develop him as a vertical threat. At least for now. Who's next in line? Thurman Waddle. The big defensive tackle that I took a flyer on. Be nice if you got Rookie of the Year. I don't think you will, though. We need some help on the offensive line, big time. But we'll see who's available as a free agent at the end of the year. Jacorian Bennett. He's improving. The quarterback. Oh, shoot. I was going to go field general, but that's okay. He'll get some more points before too long. It's not terrible. You know, it's not all bad news. I was playing a lot of rookies on both sides of the ball. What's this guy's overview? 6'6", 316, ratings, speed. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with scheme for him. He's a backup for now. That's where he's going to stay. Okay. Decision time. I don't have anybody that I can sign. So we'll just continue through the playoffs and see how things shape up. What does the playoff look like here? Yeah, we're going into the off season with a ton of cap room, so we're going to try and make some deals. Probably will only look at a couple, but for now, who's playing in the Super Bowl? Looks like the Eagles and Baltimore. We'll just go to the off season. And who wins the Super Bowl? Battle of the Birds. Who won? The Eagles beat the Baltimore Ravens 34-31. Okay, who's retiring? I don't think I got anybody that's retiring off of my team, but we'll check. Yeah, nobody retired. Last chance to sign people, I think. Oh, maybe not. Another press conference. That ought to be good. Oh, these are all of my practice squad players that I didn't upgrade during the regular season very often. But we should have one more chance to negotiate before it goes to free agency. And then the only player I'm really keen on keeping whose contract is up is my starting fullback. And then I'll probably take the option for Lucas Van Ness, and there's one other option that's coming up. I think it's Bowers, maybe. So we'll take both of those. But then I'm going to look at the free agent situation and see who's available. If I can get a decent player, I don't want to say cheap, but for, you know, a fair contract. Because remember, we have like $94 million available in cap room, and then we also have $20 million in rookie reserve, which becomes available after all rookies are signed. And we've got some good draft capital, so I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be able to bounce back. I didn't get fired, so with a little luck, maybe we'll get a couple more players falling into our laps later in the rounds. I got to see where we're drafting at, though. I don't know if I'm sure we're a top 5 pick, maybe top 6, but we might trade out of the first round again, or trade down in the first round. That worked out pretty well for us. The 49ers gave us the house when it came to that. What is this guy's overall power? Okay. Is he a first-year player? So we'll probably keep him. And then we're going to look to the draft for a running back, unless there's somebody earth-shattering available. But it just depends on who is available. want to kind of balance things between getting a couple of good impact free agents and then looking to the draft to get some rookies who are going to make a difference on the team too. I don't see myself drafting a quarterback. I've got 4 quarterbacks to work with in the preseason. I'm happy with the guy that I drafted. Yeah, he didn't have a great first season, but that was mostly on my part because I started him as a rookie instead of sitting him, so I sacrificed some XP. So I own that, but I think he's going to be fine moving forward. All right, let's see what this nonsense press conference is about. You're a failure. Actually, it's going to ask what we're going to do in the draft. The next few months. There we go. I'm confident that I can get a sleeper in the later rounds. Okay. Let's check out the coaching situation. Yeah, I fired him. And I don't feel bad about it. Oh, these are just all of them. I'm not going to worry about that right now because I think all of my staff are under contract. All right, let's go to re-sign players. Who are we going to keep? Who are we going to let go? And then we'll jump into, oh, wow, salary cap, $165 million. This is going to be awesome. Okay, let's see what we got here. Yeah, he's not going to be re-signed. Miller, age 30, maybe. I got to think about it. Luke Van Ness, yeah, we'll accept the option on Van Ness. Who else we got here? Tyree Wilson, yeah, we'll accept the option on him as well. No. What's his player card? No, we're not going to. We're gonna look for somebody else. No. Nope. Yeah, I just upgraded him. I don't know. What's his player card look like? Speed. What's his acceleration? 9. Ooh, yeah, you know. If I remember correctly, I kind of like that guy. Where is he? There he is. But he is a middle linebacker. You know what? We're going to let him go. We might be able to get him for a single-year contract. McPhee. What's his player card look like? Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think we'll re-sign him. Again, I wish this would... There we go. So let's see what we can get him for. We'll do a player-friendly contract. Awesome. That was easy. Westbrook, yeah, I think we're going to keep him. I liked him. He did, he didn't play at all, but I do like that he's a strong-armed quarterback, and he's young. That was easy. So we're down to $163 million of cap space. Chauncey Darby. Is he a speed demon? He is. We're going to keep him. lot of these players have a big upside, so that's why I'm re-signing them. Keane, yeah, I want to keep him, but if I can't get him, that's fine. All right, that's fine. You'll be unemployed. I'll get you again. Don't worry about it. I thought he did okay. Hunter, I think we'll keep. What is he looking for? 2 years? That's a lot of cash. But he is an overall 87. You know what? He was a bright spot on the team. I think we'll be okay with him for the next 3 years. I don't see anybody else I absolutely have to have. You know what? We'll keep the punter as well. He shouldn't be too overpriced. And then the rest of these guys, I'm not too worried about. Because there's a good chance I'll be able to get him on the other side. He's the only one I really wanted. But when push comes to shove, it'll be fine. We'll get somebody else. All right, so we'll go into free agency with $126 million on the table. What's this one? You need to upgrade your offensive line. Meh. What's your motivation? Really care about being close to home? I want you to care more about winning. If you don't like it, tough. Yeah, you better take my advice. I'm the coach. Because if you don't start winning games, I got news for you, buddy. I'm drafting your replacement right now. Okay, let's advance to free agency stage 1 and see who's available. We need an upgrade pretty much all along the offensive line. We could use an upgrade in the secondary. We'll check out the combine results a little bit later, but who's available? Not going to worry about quarterback. I got the quarterback I want. Nobody I really need here. Ooh, that's tempting. That is so tempting. Yushek. Holy cow. Yeah, he's getting old, though. Mike Evans, Tyler Lockett, Khalil Shakir. Nobody's really setting my hair on fire. Tight end, we're stacked. We don't need a tight end. Oh, left tackle, though. That could be an interesting addition right there. Zach Tom from the Packers. Don't care about Rasheed Walker too much. What about guard? Thuney. See, I want to get somebody that's kind of like right near their peak. And that's easier said than done. Yeah, there's not anybody setting my hair on fire here either. All right, defensive line, I think we're pretty much set. But let's go into middle linebackers. Demario Davis, CJ Mosley. Yeah, I don't see a reason to overpay for players that are... Yeah, I don't see a reason to overpay for certain players. I really don't. Quincy Williams. Kendall Fuller. Who else we got here? Oh, Kyler Gordon. He's not my typical kind of player that I would sign. Needs to be faster. 88 speed. I don't care for that a whole lot. I'm sorry. He's got 88 speed, 92 acceleration. I don't care for that. I need somebody that's faster. Safeties, I think we're okay, honestly. I don't think we need to really make a splash there either. So, yeah, outside of the one player I made an offer to, I don't really see a reason to go after anybody in free agency. We're going to skip it. We're going to just see what happens. We made one offer. We're going to see how that plays out. Or no, we didn't even make an offer, I don't think. So we're just going to skip it, man. I'm not a big fan of committing millions and millions of dollars to players that are aging out. So we're just going to go right to the draft because we got, oh, that reminds me, I got to see what picks we got. Let's go to the roster and see what our draft picks are. Like where we're picking. Picking 4th overall again, and then 21st. Compliments of San Francisco. We got 1 second-round pick, 2 thirds, a 4th, a 5th, a 6th. And then we've got 3 7ths. So that's not too bad. The 7th round players are going to be developmental players anyways. But right in here, from like, if we trade down, we probably can get some good value. Because we got 2 first-round picks. It just depends on who's available. So let's go take a look at those. Let's see who's available on our draft board. Who's going to be likely. Let's go to my favorites. Elijah Richards from Wisconsin. That's where they say he's going to land, is with me. He's going to be hard to pass up, to be honest. Good strength overall. Speed is decent. Change of direction is elite. I think we're looking at our first pick right here because I just don't see him falling too far. Let's just take a look at who's available. I mean, he's the 2nd ranked quarterback right now. And I got to be honest, we're picking 4th. If he's around, we might be best served to take him. Yeah, I think he's going to be our first pick. Let's see who's available for the offensive line. Okay, McConnell is going to be available, which we could use big time as well. What is his situation? Physicals. Oof. Elite, elite, elite. Great, good, solid. Wow. All right. So that's a possibility there. What about guards? Yeah, rounds 2 to 3 there. Round 1, but I think I have a decent center. Round 1 to 2. Top 5. So Julian Hitchcock. Let's take a look at him. Elite, great, great, elite, great, good. Okay, so that's another possibility. Julian Hitchcock. So I think it just depends on which player is available at number 4. because those are going to have to be front runners for us. We don't need any defensive tackles. We don't need any linebackers. Let's see what's available at cornerback. Caver. He did not make my favorites. But what are his physicals? Okay, 4.33 speed in his pro day, 4.40. So he's a possibility too. He's 5'10", but he could be an interesting pick at our top 4. It just depends on who's available. I'm leaning towards the running back, but to be honest, there's a lot of running backs that I could choose. So I'm more intrigued by either the offensive line or the defensive back picks. Because we need somebody to go opposite of Hobbs, and we need somebody to go opposite on the right tackle. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting pick. But I think at this point, we're going to use our number 4 pick to improve the team. And then we might trade down with the 21st pick. It just depends on who's available, honestly. Private workouts. Let's see who we got. I think we did most of these already. But I'm going to actually bring in those offensive linemen that I was looking at. Oh, he's another top 5. Let's see what he's got going on. Okay, good, great, solid. Okay, he's not. It says he's top 5, but he's going to be hanging around. Ridley. Great, elite, great, good, great. Okay, he's a possibility. I think I've got everybody picked that I'm going to pick, though, right? Yeah, so. So we're narrowing it down. It's going to be either a halfback or it's going to be a lineman. Because we've got to improve across the boards, especially offensive line. I think the quarterback had way too many sacks that he gave up. Let's just take a look at how he did. I'm pretty sure he got sacked quite a few times. Got a nice little stat bump. So let's take a look. So, yeah, he was sacked 47 times. That is not a blueprint for longevity. So we're definitely going to have to either pick a running back or we're going to go deep on the offensive line. We might, it's very possible we take 2 offensive linemen in the first round. Now let's just take a look. I shouldn't have closed that window. Let's see who we have. So we know we're locked in at left tackle. We're going to be drafting for depth. Left guard is okay. Center, we're okay. Right guard, we're okay. So I think we're just looking for a right tackle. Yeah, because our right tackle situation's abysmal. There's no nice way to put it. So we could conceivably pick up 2 tackles in the first round. Although with cornerback, that was pretty intriguing too. Because right now we've got Hobbs, who's a bona fide starter. He had a decent season. So we need somebody to play opposite him as well. So running back might have to wait, but I know that there's some late pick running backs that we can look at. So I'm not too worried about that. We're going to pause the draft. Yeah, I know. We're going to skip the video. I don't care. We're going to pause the draft. We're going to skip ahead to my pick, which is number 4. Okay, so it looks like nobody picked who our guys were. So this makes things even more intriguing because we're picking again at 21. I think we trade down. We risk it. We trade down and pick up some extra picks. I think that that's the right move. Let's see what we're going to get before we make a decision. 26 at 15. 2026, 2026, 2026. So we get a first, a second, and a third. Ooh, boy. That's tempting. A first, a third, a fifth in this draft. A first in in 2027 and a seventh. That one's a good one, too. The 49ers want to trade us again, but they don't have much for draft capital. What do we got for the Eagles? First round pick at 31. I kind of like the Vikings pick, to be honest. They're picking at 23, so we get 21, 23. Or we could go 21 and 28. Or we could just stand pat. Decisions, decisions, decisions. But that's a lot of picks to put on the table right there. I kind of dig that one right there. The Seahawks, that's kind of an intriguing one too, though. And we'd get 2 firsts as opposed to 1. Now, granted, we'd be picking five spots after our next first-round pick, so we might miss out on some offensive linemen. But we get an extra first-round pick, an extra third-round pick, and an extra fifth-round pick. Yeah, we're going to trade down. I don't think it's going to make a lot of people happy. We have a trade. But that's okay. Now we'll skip ahead to our next user pick and hope one of those guys tumbles. All right, let's take a look at our picks. Who's available? Our guy fell right to where we wanted him. So there's that option. What about offensive line? Not a lot of luck there, though. I think those guys got snapped up. Yeah, they got snapped up. What about cornerback? So, okay. So, yeah, I think we pick the halfback right now. That's a smart pick. He fell right into our laps. That's what we're going to take. So we're going to draft him. There we go. That's fine. I think that was a good pick on our part. That's an upgrade. Okay, so now we skip to the next pick. And basically, we have plenty to choose from. Okay, we definitely need a tackle, and this is the time to get one. 6'7", 318. What is his strength? 30 reps. Could be better. Yeah, we're not gonna waste a flyer on him. What about right tackle here? $36 reps. That's good. Yeah. So we're gonna get our tackle right here. Wonder what the applause is for. Okay, so I'm wondering if we got a unique player right here because... Okay, so B+, nice. All right. That's a good pick. And now we go into the second round, feeling pretty good. We got our running back, we got a good tackle. And we are picking next. I think we only have one pick this round, though. Unless we trade down, which is always a possibility. So now we're gonna look at defensive backs. Let's see who's available. Rounds 3 to 4. That's not great. That's not great. What's his speed? 4.48. I don't like that at all. I really don't like that at all. Garvin, 4.41 on his pro day, 4.47 at the combine. So he's probably somewhere in the middle. What about Cartwright? 4.43, 4.49. What about this guy? We didn't actually scout this guy, so we're gonna have to go just purely off of his physicals. 4.41, 4.45. He's not. I don't know. McFadden, Brewer. I wish you could just flip through these guys. Ugh, terrible speed. So we might actually not have an answer here in defensive backfield. So let's go back to I don't think we need another tackle. We don't need any defensive ends. Let's take a look at wide receivers because we got to find somebody to replace Jacoby Myers. .435 on his pro day, 4.40 at the combine. I think we're going to take this guy. Hidden trait. There it is. Speed of 93. His acceleration could be a little bit better, but that's okay. So we'll skip ahead to our next pick. Now, I think we have 3 picks in the 3rd round. So that's where we're going to have to make our next big splash. Let's see here. We're picking 68, 85, and 92. So we're going to get some decent players here. The question is, where do we want to make our impact? Honestly, I think we're going to look at another halfback. But our guy is still available down here. .446. Okay, he's got good strength, good speed. What's his change of direction? Not very good, but he's a power back, so he doesn't need to have good change of direction. He's a pretty good size back. He's young. But let's see who else we got available. That's the guy we just looked at. Dennis Clement from Alabama. Roll Tide. I don't know that he's going to be worth it. 4.39 speed, though. Doesn't have very good... Yeah, I don't know. Got to think about that one. All right, let's go back to wide receiver again. Well, okay. Who fell? Anybody tumble out of the 1st round? Tight end, don't care. Johnny Barnett is a physical wide receiver. What are his physicals? Yeah, I'm not gonna. So I think two to 3. He's got good strength. Good. He's got solid speed, elite jumping, great change of direction. Okay, I think this is going to be our guy. Got to pick a couple of them anyway. B minus. We'll take it. Let's take a look at some defensive backs again. McFadden's available, but he's just too slow. I gotta be honest. 4.62 scares me. Walden, he's a favorite that we had. I don't remember his speed, though. 4.43. I like to get elite speed if we can get it. The problem is, I don't think they give us the... Yeah, they don't give us the speed ratings here. We got to actually click on each one, which is kind of annoying. Potential undrafted free agent. What do we got here? Day 3 pick. Hardison. 4.37. He's good, great. Marginal strength. I think this is our guy. C minus, you know, that's okay. It was a stretch, but that's okay. But he's got a hidden talent. Speed of 94, acceleration of 91. The rest we can actually coach up. So I'm going to be happy with that pick. He's probably not going to be a starter unless he's a slot. But he's going to fit on the team somewhere. Actually, I think I'm going to... Let's take a peek back at our roster real quick. We've got 4 quarterbacks. We got 5 half... I don't know, we got 3 halfbacks. So I could actually get another one. Well, no, because I just drafted that one. Okay, I think... Yeah, we don't necessarily need another wide receiver. We do need a couple more tackles. We drafted 1. We are going to need a defensive end because I let that one guy go. Defensive tackle, we could probably use a couple. Outside linebacker, we're good. We actually might kick one of these outside linebackers inside to round out the middle linebacker position. Cornerback, we just drafted a cornerback. I'd like to get another one. Safeties, I think we're okay. Those will be probably 6th or 7th round picks. I don't see us really making a splash at safety. I like to actually... if I'm going to draft anything, I'll draft an extra cornerback and convert him to safety. That's the way I play. So let's make my selection. Let's see who we got. Now, this is the round where I got to get a kind of a hit. I need to get a hit on somebody who's overall 75. Could be tricky. Okay, what do we got for tackles? He's a day 3. He's a potential undrafted free agent. Day 3. Undrafted free agents. Day 3. Day 3. Day 3. Ooh, Jamal Steele. What's he got to offer here? Oof. 26 reps. He's pretty poor. I don't remember if I looked at him. 25 reps. Marginal. All right, well, let's take a look at the defensive end situation. There we go. Kerry Leonard. It's too short. Matt Day. Quincy Sanders. I'm going to get a little bit bigger defensive end, I think. We could do a defensive tackle, too. I don't remember scouting anybody, though. All right, well, let's go back to the cornerback well and see what we got. Too slow, too slow. Priester. Physicals, too slow. Safety. Mike Norton. Yeah, he's pretty good. Wish he was stronger. Jimmy Brackett. 445. Wish that was a little bit better. Morrison's day 3. 4.7. Strength is good. Speed is good. Maybe. 4.6. Good speed. Decent strength. Change of direction is solid. I don't know. I like his height, though. Mike Bass. 4.62. No. Okay, I think, to be honest, I think we're going to go with Bass. I just didn't see anybody else. It's probably a C-. Oh, no, a D. Wow. That's rough. All right. So I didn't hit on my last third-round pick. That's fine. How many picks do we have in the 4th? 1. Just 1? All right. That's fine. We're starting to brush up against best available at this point. What's available for tackles? I don't think his strength was very good. Yeah, his strength was terrible. Good speed, good strength. Great change of direction. Okay. Oof. You're killing me here. He's got a hidden trait, though. What's his strength? 87. That's fine. You know what? I'm not going to be down on that pick. Now we have how many picks? 1, 2. Looks like we have 2 in this round. Jenkins. (6'5", 314). I wouldn't normally look at this guy, but he might be a conversion, like to guard or something. (29 reps). Ugh. Physicals. Ooh. Elite strength, poor speed, poor jumping. Changes direction, solid. I don't know. He could be an interesting kind of acquisition. I don't know, though. I don't... it's kind of iffy. I'm right on the fence with that guy. Speed is solid. Strength is solid. Got to find that right guy, you know? 6'3", 307. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of day 3 guys here. Bruce Smith. Did I look at him? Interesting. Good strength. Day 3 projection. This is the first pick of the 5th round for me. I like his name. Clemson, 6'6". 33 reps. He's comparable. Kind of like that guy, though. Let's see. Let's look at these other players, too. Undrafted free agents. I also look at defensive tackles because you can convert them to defensive ends very easily. Physicals, solid, good. Okay, he might be an interesting acquisition. James Harrison. D. That's okay. Can't hit on all of them. Second pick of the 5th round. This guy fell? What's he got going on? 4.55 speed. That's what he's got going on. I don't really need a wide receiver. Well, I mean, I do, but I don't. This guy fell pretty well, too. He's a deep threat. Yeah, why not? We'll take a flyer on him. He's a there we go. C-. There we go. At this point, I'm open to anybody. I'd even consider changing some of those wide receivers to defensive backs. I don't really need an outside linebacker. Free safety. What's his speed? 4.49. That's not great. Again, I'm more inclined to draft a cornerback and convert him to safety than I am Ryan Jenkins. 29 reps. Ugh. Day 3 prospect. Free agent. What do we got? You know what? I'm going to check some of these other ones. Free agent. Steal. Just don't like him. There's just not anybody jumping off the page here. Bradford, day 3. Okay. This guy could potentially be a safety convert, so I think we're going to draft him. So yeah, we'll take him. I don't know if I have any more picks in this round. I don't think I do. But then we got a bunch of picks in the 7th. This is the 7th round, right? Yeah. So we should have 3 picks, 4 picks, 3 picks. Now we're just going to get bodies. We're going to just go best available for the bodies that we need. Hey, Bruce Smith is hanging around. We're going to draft him. Just because of his name. Easily. If I remember correctly, he's not very fast. Yeah. Hey, we're going to actually take a flyer out on this guy. I like his speed. Oh, look at that. Okay. Not a burner, but decent speed. Yeah, well, okay. That's fine. I wonder why they did that. I wonder if he's maybe going to be a breakout player. Alexander's short. Nick Nash. That's an interesting name. Raphael Robertson. This is the last pick I have, I believe. Eric Colombo. .29 reps. Cameron Lawson. Jabari Davis. Daryl Porter. Why do I not remember him? Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. Easley. Simpson. Okay. I don't see a reason to really sign him. Let's take a look at safeties. I do need at least one safety. Whitlock. And I remember he's pretty slow. What about Clement? All right, so maybe we will take that other cornerback just to see what he is or what he's got under the hood. I wonder why it cuts back to him from time to time. C+. Skills. All right. Acceleration of 91, speed of 92. Hey, you know what? I'm happy with that because he'll make a good safety. He's 6'3", 189. There's nothing wrong with that. And that should be my last pick. Yeah, I'm done. All right, let's take a look at what we did. Okay, nice. Overall of 75 for the halfback. I'm happy with that. Right tackle 72, wide receiver 75, left guard 74, and then all manner of like 60, ranging from 65 to 69, somewhere in there. So later rounds we could have done a little bit better, but you know, I'm pretty happy with the first 4 picks that I made. I think there are some players in here that have some potential. Well, let's advance a week. Actually, let's adjust the roster. See who we're going to adjust. We're good on quarterback. We are good on halfback. And look at that. He's already projected starter. And I'm fine with it. Fullback. We got to get another fullback. How many wide receivers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, we got to make some decisions here. Honestly, you're not fast enough. Got to make room for some other players. We need another tight end. Left tackle, left guard, center, right guard, right tackle, left end, right end, defensive tackle. Yeah, I think we're gonna kick that one linebacker into the middle. Brewer, Adonis Brewer. I think he was really meant to be a middle linebacker more than anything else. So he's gonna go into the middle and see what he can do. I don't know how that's going to affect his ratings. He's 4th. So he's got some growth that he needs to experience. Okay. So cornerbacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I'm going to take the slowest one. Well, actually. What do we got for free safeties? We got Harris and Snell. We got Morig and Bass. I think we will take Devonshire and move him to strong safety. And then we'll take our next guy. Because we got, 8 cornerbacks. I think we'll take our next guy and put him at free safety. Gives us a little bit more depth. And a lot more speed. I mean, Harris is going to be the starter, right? But these two are going to probably lock horns. And then right here we got these two. Now, I don't have a problem putting the rookie on the practice squad. I really don't. So that is the team for now. I need to add some additional players in the preseason. But I think we're good. So we'll advance to the first week of the preseason, and I've got to sign some players. I think we improved the team, honestly. So that's all I got for you today. I'm going to do some behind-the-scenes stuff before the first preseason game is played. I will actually probably play these just to get the development part done. And then when we come back with the next video, it'll be the start of the regular season. But we'll do a recap of the preseason at that point in time. Other than that, have a happy new year. And be safe, be kind. And remember, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, you do matter and you are loved. I'm John Cow. Please hit that subscribe button and that like button. And I will see you in the next video, everybody. Take it easy.